We are streaming. Get my face in the right spot. Let's see. Let me post it on Facebook real quick for everyone.
All right.
What's up, guys? What's up, Oscar? Dude, I had someone in my last feeds be like, when's your interview with William coming? Like, when's William coming? I had like 3 people ask me. I'm like, oh, he's famous already.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I know, right? It's crazy.
Alright, we are good. What's up, guys? You're in the Air Force 2, active duty? Cool, cool. What's up, Ryan? Oh, Ryan, sorry I forgot to call you. I'll call you after this. What's up? Finally made it to a live stream. Welcome, welcome. Give everyone about 2 minutes to get in here, and then we'll start up. Let me make sure. I think got your... While you guys are waiting, first link in the description is William's channel if you want to go subscribe real quick before we get started. What's up, Jay? What's up, Oscar? We got another Oscar in here. What's up, Kirk?
Okay, so let me...
Yeah.
If I start leaning forward and it's good light, or if I lean back and it's bad light, I don't know, the light here is really shitty.
You're good. You're good either way. It's okay. The light is like on my face, like the sun is... I don't know. Mine's off. Subscribed. Well, thank you. Much love to Williams. I served in the Navy. All right. All right. That orange monster.
All right.
Ask him where his reflective belt is.
It's on my waist. You can't see it. It's always on part of me.
Hi from Mexico. Okay, we've got someone from Mexico. What's up, guys? His voice is kind of far. All right, you might need to scoot forward, someone said, because I have you on full volume.
Okay. Is this better?
Yeah, this should be good. I want to be as handsome as William.
My my headphones are right here, so if I need to plug those in, I can do that as well.
Or move the web. Okay, yeah. Is that a little better, guys? Because I have my volume all the way up for you to hear him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my phone is charged enough. I don't want to move it because it's gonna fuck up the.
I think it's
view,
okay. Just turn up your volume, guys. Much better? Okay, cool. How consecutive is 800 a day, or is that just one day? He has had a $1,500 day. That's his average right now, is the 800. Where's your moonbeam? It's the 39,000 all profit, or half that after fees. That 39,000 is his revenue on the thumbnail. Let's get this thing started. All right, guys, let's get this thing started. Do you want to introduce yourself, William?
Okay, so from the Facebook group, most of you guys already know me because I reply pretty regularly. I'm William Vargas. Let's see, I'm in the Air Force. I'm right now in Pakistan. I just started selling on Amazon about a month and 10 days ago. June 10th is when I first launched my product. And it's been going pretty good. So let's see. I'm not really new. I'm new to the Amazon thing, but I'm not really new to the whole like entrepreneurial thing. I was telling Tanner before this live stream started that I invest in real estate. I've been investing in real estate for like the last eight or so years. I have about $500,000 in real estate. And I do stocks, options, that kind of thing. So this is just another one of those revenue streams that I decided that I needed to start up.
So you enjoy the passive income?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, when I retire, I want to be done working. Like,
There you go.
I want to be able to do only what I want to do, only what I want to do when I'm retired.
How old are you right now?
I'm 33. I stopped counting after 30, so I always have to think
30
about
plus
32 or 33.
So your average day is about 800 profit now, and that comes from how many procs do you have?
I have two products, but the second product I just launched a few days ago, maybe like a week ago, and it's not really it's much cheaper, so it's not really contributing all that much. And since I just launched it, all of the profit is going towards PPC, so it's bringing me no profit at all. So all of my profit per day is I'm averaging about $800 a day in profit. Yeah.
And so your first product, let's talk about your first product. So how did you find it? What kind of research methods did you do? If you did anything different?
Okay, so when I first started product research, I was going through just the way that the course takes you through, and I found some pretty good products, some that I'm still actually keeping an eye on. I'm still considering going into, but the product that I just decided to go with, I actually saw on Facebook. I was scrolling through, and you know how they have like those ads for different nonsense, like the face goo and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I just saw one of those ads, and I saw, oh, this is getting kind of a lot of attention. Let me go look and see if this is available on Amazon. It was. I ran the numbers with the Chrome extension, and the rest is history, I guess you could say.
All right, so there's a new strategy for you guys. Look at your Facebook ads. But will you kind of go over that product? So how much was your first order for how many units? What does it sell for? What's your profit on it?
Okay, so my first order was kind of large, much larger than I think the average person in the Facebook group can afford. It was like $6,000 worth of product. But after I found it and after I ran the numbers, I tracked it for like 2 weeks. I tracked the sales. I looked at all of the competitors to see, because some of the competitors have had over 100 reviews.
Yeah.
And so I went in and I looked at all of their listings, like every single person that was selling the same product. I looked at every single one of their listings to see if there was room for me to come in and improve on it. And there absolutely was. Like I looked at all the bad reviews and everything. So I did all that. I bought and then by the time I felt comfortable that I was going to be able to sell well, I just went all in with about a $6,000 order. And let's see, my average profit is about $25 to $30 per unit, and it sells for over $50.
Okay, so that's a pretty good profit. So about 50% or more.
Yeah, my profit margin right now is, I think the last time I looked was about 52%.
Dang, that's really good, guys. I think that's like about my highest too. That's crazy. Let's see what they're saying. How many sales per day on that product?
Okay, so like I said, I launched on June 10th, and I was averaging about. I was getting excited over 10 sales a day because that was $300 a day in profit. And I did about between 10 and 15 a day for like the first 2 weeks. But then I started ranking up and up and up, and I was able to turn off PPC. By the time I got to the first page, I started doing like between 15 and 20 sales a day. And at this point, once the product was like established, it got to page one via really hard PPC. Once it got to page one, I started looking for other ways to drive traffic to it. So I created a Facebook ad, which has got me a ton of traffic. I posted it on slickdeals.net.
Yep.
My roommates actually told me about it. I had never heard of it. But they told me that Slick Deals, like people go on there and put deals that they find online, and people will like rate it, and it's a good driver of traffic apparently. So I went on there, I created an account and posted my product on there. I created a clickbaity title or whatever.
Yeah.
But ever since I did those two things, I put the ad on Facebook and I put the ad on Slick Deals, I'm averaging between like 25 and 40 sales a day. I got 40 yesterday. I got like 60 on Prime Day. I think 50 or 60 on Prime Day. Yesterday was like 40, and today I'm already up to 27, I think. Hold on, let me refresh. I have my Solar Central right here. I have my Solar Central in front of me. Yeah, 26. I sold 26 today so far.
Okay.
And it's so early in the day. I think today's going to be a good day, just like yesterday.
So did you do anything to kind of differentiate your product or your listing, or what was kind of your process on that?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I said at the beginning, when I was doing the product tracking or whatever, I was looking at all of the different listings. I was seeing a lot of the people were using the same kind of pictures, just like on the angle app. Everyone uses the same pictures. There's no differentiation whatsoever. So for the product that I decided to go with, I thought of some different ways to do the pictures. So I differentiated in that way. A lot of people were using these same bullets, and so I differentiated in that way. My bullets are completely different than everyone else's. And that's really it. Really good pictures that I got created on Fiverr.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that really helped me out was I didn't just rely on myself for this stuff. Like you should see my Fiverr bill. Like I had pictures created based on like what I thought would be good, and then I sent those pictures to like 20 friends, literally like 20 friends of mine, and told them, hey, I want these to be my pictures. What do you think about them? And they're like the first round of them, they're so shitty, they're terrible. And so I just redid them and redid them and redid them. And by the time that the product went live, I had something that I thought I was really proud of. But even after I was live, I've updated my product listing like 3 times, 4 times to try to make it better. Like I continue to ask people that I didn't contact in the first place, hey, look at my listing and tell me if you think it's good. Like what would make you want to buy it more?
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I've got one of my coworkers is like a big Amazon shopper. And so I asked her, hey, look at this and tell me what you like about it and what you don't like about it. And focus on what you don't like about it so I can try to make it better. So just like putting up a piece of shit listing and then just being like, oh, here's my listing. I'm not gonna improve it anymore. It's live.
Yeah.
It's the wrong ad. I'm like continuously looking and trying to figure out ways to make it better.
What kind of things did she say to change, or some people say to change, that maybe you did initially?
Oh God, everything. Like all the way down to the font that I was using. She was like, oh, that font is okay, but it's not really professional. You want the font to be as professional as possible, not like a little kid font. That's like, what is this font? There's nothing special about this font. It doesn't look professional. So you just have to make it look and sound as professional as possible. Like you have to understand that you're in the first stages of creating and running your own business. Like you are a business.
Yeah.
Make it as professional as so that's what I did.
So what about your second product? Is it kind of the same thing, or what's the story with that one? How'd you find it, and maybe why you chose it?
Well, so my second product I got into because I had seen a lot of students in the group who were failing with this particular product. And so I went in and I looked at it and I was like, you know what, I'm going to try. I was looking at so many of these people's listings, the people who had failed. I was looking at them and I was like, you could do so much better than this. And
let me prove a point.
The product is bad. It's not the product. It's not that the product is bad. It's you're not doing a good job of selling it. Like you're not putting 100% effort into this. Maybe you are, and it's just not good enough. You have to figure out a way to go even further. So I started it, and it's doing good. I've seen a lot of people, like I said, fail with it, and it's doing pretty good.
So what you focused on is differentiating the product and your listing because everyone has the same one.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, you see it. I see it a lot. People, and I understand like tight budgets and stuff, but you can't just expect to get good sales by using the exact same as all the other competition. Your pictures have to be like none of my pictures, like 100% of my pictures are original. None of them are copied from someone else. Like some people will do like half nice pictures, like their own pictures, and then like half from the competitors. It has to be 100% yours because people notice that. Like, I'll talk to my Amazon coworker, my Amazon Pro coworker, and she'll tell me like she looks at all these different listings and she sees, oh, these pictures are exactly the same, exactly the same, exactly the same. It turns them off. It turns the Amazon buyers off. You have to be unique and you have to put a lot of effort into it.
So you think by far the most important thing is differentiating the listings and having good quality listings?
Yeah, I would say so, yeah. Because, I mean, it really is, I mean, let's say you're pumping all sorts of money into PPC, all sorts of money, and people will say, oh, well, I'm getting clicks, so I'm spending money, I'm spending all my PPC budget, but my sales are shit. Well, if you're getting clicks, then that probably means that your title and your main image are probably decent. Like, it's getting people to click on your product. But then they go to your listing, and you're not selling. You have to close the deal when they see your listing. It has to be exceptional, or else you're not going to close the deal. They're going to click over. They're going to be like, okay, this is okay.
Oh, it's like every other one I looked at.
What was that?
It was like every other one they've looked at and had an ad to.
Yeah, exactly.
So, what was kind of your process for launching your product? Did you do a giveaway? Did you focus a ton on pay-per-click?
So I did both of those, but the giveaway, I didn't really do a giveaway. When I first launched my product, I created a bunch of coupon codes, and I was still brand new. I had no idea this is how it worked, but I was hoping that those coupon codes, not the coupon, but those sales would get me verified reviews. Because I had a lot of, I have a pretty extensive like military friend network that I'm able to tap into to get reviews. So I was able to come to market with like 30 reviews. But I wanted verified reviews. So the people that I contacted, I said, hey, if you're willing to buy this and help me out even more with the verified review, I'll give you a coupon. I'll give you a coupon for it. I did not know, however, at that point that you can't get a verified review if they bought with a significantly discounted coupon. So I still got the sales, so I think the sales helped, obviously. Yeah. It helped with like sales velocity because for some strange reason, I think I actually messaged you. I sent you an email like the day that I launched my product, I got sales. Like,
you're like, is it normal to get like 8 sales my first day or something?
And I was like, where did these sales come from? Is there like a glitch in Amazon or something? I just launched. I'm on page like 1 million. No one finds how are people finding my product and buying it?
It's weird when you launch. I think Amazon gives you a little grace period as soon as you're new with that. Because that's happened to me before. I was like, I literally have 1 picture and it's not fully listed. I just got 6 sales. Like, what? And then the next day it kind of goes back to normal until you start getting back up. I think the first day that's a thing with Amazon. And for those of you that were wondering about the coupon code for verified reviews, anything over a 50% discount from your lowest price, I think in the last 30 days, might be 90, will not count as verified review. So if your lowest price was $20 in the last 30 days, and you give someone more than $9.99 off, it won't be a verified review. If I can give them $9 off, it will be verified. So you did a little bit of coupon codes giveaway. You got a good amount of reviews. You got 30. How big of a factor do you think the reviews were? Because how many reviews did your competition have when you were going in? I know you said one had a lot, but were there multiple, or what did it look like?
Yeah, some of my competitors had like 100 plus reviews, but a lot of them, like 90%, had a lot of 1-star reviews. So I think it helped a lot because all of those reviews, I made sure to tell them, like, this is what the 1-star reviews are on my competitors. So make sure that you emphasize in your review that my product isn't like that. Like, it's actually good. Like, address in a roundabout way, address the 1-star reviews from the other products, but say that it's fixed in mine. So that's how I kind of went about doing that.
Okay.
To differentiate myself from my competitors.
Got it.
Because people will. I've taken a few calls because my number is listed as, like, for contact the seller information on Amazon. People are able to call me, and so the people who have called me have said, not all of them, but some have said, yeah, I bought your product based on the reviews that I read versus your competitors. Like, it looks like your competitors have this problem, but all of your reviews say that you don't have this problem. So that's why I bought from you.
Got it. Okay.
That was something.
What was your strategy for pay-per-click? Did you start with an automatic campaign? What was your budget? And so on.
I did. I did start with an automatic, but I'm not extremely impatient, but I was kind of impatient with this because I knew how successful it could be because of the sales that I was seeing from the competition. And so I just went balls to the wall. Like, I think I ran auto for 3 days before I pulled my report, but I went like $150 a day on auto. The bids were kind of low, so that was good. The bids weren't too high, so I was able to get a lot of clicks and a lot of sales without spending a whole bunch of money per click. But yeah, my ads were pretty much running 24/7 with that high budget over the first 3 days. Mm-hmm. And I pulled my report after 3 days, found out the good keywords, made a manual with all the good keywords, and then I lowered my automatic budget to, like, I don't know, $20, mm-hmm. so that I can continue to get keyword data.
Yeah.
But then I increased the budget on the manual so that I could try to focus mostly on the keywords that were getting me the most sales.
Got it.
So I think I got to the first page from my main keywords in like a week, 7 days, I think. But I spent like $700 on PPC to get there because, I mean, so you have to, whenever people message me and ask me, you know, what was your PPC schedule, strategy or whatever, I just tell them, like, you can't have any expectation of making a profit until you reach the first page. Like, your primary goal is to reach the first page. It's not to make profit, it's to make sales. You have to make sales. So I think Alexa, I think is what her name is, she posted some success on the Facebook group yesterday or the day before. And I reviewed her product. It's in a really competitive niche. But and she's had really good success with it so far. But in her in the comments, she mentioned the same thing. Like, she put all of her profit into PPC. So you should have no expectation of making a profit until you reach the first page. You have to. That's the primary goal, is to reach the first page, because by the time I made it to the first page, I spent $700 on PPC on advertising to get there. But once I got there, I was able to turn it off, and I was getting 10, 15, 20 sales a day. Yeah. Once I got to the first page with no PPC.
And you were getting money back from the PPC from the sales, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So someone wants to know, how are your back-end keywords?
How are they? They're excellent. They're the best.
Did you go about just the way the course mentions on getting keywords and finding them, or?
So, okay. Before, like, all the haters start talking about Tanner's course versus Kevin's course, I did take Kevin's course as well. And I did a lot of research on my own. He actually had a free video on YouTube about, like, doing keywords. Mm-hmm. And I used this, I honestly used this technique. What did I do? I converted, like, the top 50 keywords to Spanish I used keyword inspector to like look up you have to pay for it, but
Yeah.
come on guys, you're running it, but you have to spend money. You have to, so many people are looking for the free way. You just have to spend money on the good tools. And keyword inspector to me is a good tool. So I did some reverse ASIN searches to find out what my competitors' keywords were so that I was able to add those in. I bought a membership to MerchantWorks. I mean, you can cancel it after you, just like Jungle Scout, but after you find the product. You can cancel MerchantWorks after you finish keywords. So I use MerchantWorks to figure out what the search quantity was for all sorts of different related keywords. So I did that. I made most of them in Spanish. I did the reverse ASIN search using Keyword Inspector to find out what my competitors were ranking for. And so that's how I did it.
Got it. Someone says Amazon course update. Yes, guys, that will be an update when it comes. We got a bunch of stuff, but that's not what this is about. So what are your future plans going forward? Are you starting more products? We got a lot of questions as we were going, not about Amazon, but about your real estate. And let's see. Are you enlisted or an officer, or what job you have? I've seen that question multiple times.
Okay, so right now I'm enlisted. I'm an E7. I've been in for 14 and a half years. I'm an air traffic controller, so I work in the tower and the radar is telling planes where to go so they don't hit each other. But I was picked up to become an officer through officer training school. I was picked up for that last year. And so after I get back from Pakistan, I'll be going through officer training school to become a pilot. Got it.
Let's see. How many competitors did you reverse ASIN search?
I think 3 or 4, like just the top guys, like the guys that had the most sales and the most reviews.
Were your starting prices about the same as the lowest competitor's price, or lower, or what did you aim to do with those?
My starting price was right in the middle. So some were high and some were low, but it was all within like $10. It's actually a funny thing. Like I was at the very beginning, I was playing around with my price to see what kind of price point I wanted to go with. I would lower it by $1. I would raise it by $1. Just kind of experimented. So you really do. You have to experiment. You have to see what works and what doesn't. And so I was experimenting with the price, and believe it or not, like I got less sales when I had a lower price than when I had a higher price. Like right after I got to page 1, I raised my price higher than everybody, and I was still getting a ton of sales. So.
Okay. So 2 questions, kind of. This one's for both of us. Well, first one's just for you. How many pages of sellers are you dealing with? And what ways would you advise to compete against certain amounts of sellers? So for me, I don't really look at how many pages there are unless it's an insane amount. I don't go by that much. I don't know if you use that as a factor as all for yours.
The number of pages I didn't really care about. I looked at the first page and kind of figured out how many people I was going to have to compete with to get to the first page. And I don't really have a formula for that. That was just kind of me thinking, okay, so this is how long I'm probably going to have to do PPC for in order to make it to the first page. It was kind of just thinking about it. It wasn't really a formula or anything like that.
Yeah.
So first page, because I mean, yeah, you're going to launch on page 1 million. Page 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't really care about. My goal is page 1, so I was focused on how many sales everyone on page 1 was getting, and I was looking at that as kind of my goal to reach. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that's the same for me as well. Now, what are your plans going forward? Are you just going to start a ton more products, or do you have any lined up?
Well, I just launched that second one. I have one product that's being sent to me here in Pakistan so that I can troubleshoot it or like play around with it because it's an electronic item. So one thing for the people out there who want to get into electronics, one thing is they're coming from China And if you've ever read a user manual that's printed from China, you can't understand what they're saying. So you are going to have to take a sample of products that you can play around with it, figure out the functions, and rewrite the manual. Like, you have to rewrite the manual. You can't just send out the crap. You can't sell 100 of these crappy manuals because you're just going to get returns left and right. And the other thing is, if you're selling an electronic item, you're going to have to do technical support. People are going to have to be able to contact you because there's 90-year-old men out there who are going to buy your product, and they're not going to know what the hell they're doing. They're not going to know how to turn their computer on to use your product, or to interact with your product. So you're going to have to deal with that. So anyway, I have an electronic item being sent to me right now to play with, and I have one product that's being manufactured, and another that was just sent to my mom for her to do some quality checking on, because it's kind of a female-oriented thing, and so I sent it to my mom to give me the best kind of feedback.
So those are samples of new products that you're starting, so not the first two?
The first two I did not get a sample on, and the one that's being manufactured right now I did not get a sample on. But the one that was sent to my mom, the reason why I got the main reason why I got a sample, there were other reasons, but the main one is that it's a bundle of things, and so I want to make sure that all of them match together, like color and texture and consistency and everything.
Okay.
So she's looking into that for me.
How long did product research take for you?
For my first product, I think it took like 2 weeks.
All right, and then your second one, you weren't really looking, were you? And you just kind of stumbled upon it, or you're like, you know what?
When I was not looking for it. Plenty of people posted about it in the Facebook group. They can probably figure out what it is. So I didn't have to look anywhere for it. It was just right there.
Yeah. Okay.
And the other ones, once I got my first product going, all of my focus was kind of focused on that. All of my attention was focused on making it better and making the listing better and finding out ways to get more traffic to it. All of my attention was kind of focused on that. So I didn't really do a whole lot of product research. Once I found myself with a few extra minutes or hours that I could pull myself away on my days off to pull myself away from League of Legends, I did a little bit more. I have no idea. I want to go play a league right now. I'm so addicted. It's ridiculous. I think the one that's being manufactured and the one that was sent to my mom are in the same category, and it was just, I didn't even find my notes yet. I just happened to look for it because I was seeing a lot of traffic about it on Facebook, not ads, but people talking about these types of things also.
Okay. What do you do if your product drops back to the second page? I assume we're both going to say the same thing. More PPC.
More PPC, but I'm really not worried about that.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think we're going to wrap it up there. Do you have any advice for maybe new people starting or people looking to start, or anything you wish you knew at the beginning?
Let's see. Things that I wish I knew in the beginning. That coupon thing. If you want people to give you verified reviews, you can't give them a coupon. They have to buy it full price, and then you can either pay them back on PayPal, or you can just buy them beer next time you see them. Let's see.
Is that it? Just get started. Take action.
Everything I kind of said what I wanted to say as far as, make sure that your product is differentiated. Don't half-ass and pull other people's pictures, not even from the start. I mean, really, your first impression is your first impression. I mean, people are constantly coming and going, but some people will buy or will look, and then they'll leave Amazon and they'll come back.
Yeah.
but they'll have the same bad impression of you and your listing from that first time that they saw it. So I know that there's a lot of people in the group that like they'll to start off they'll just use their competitors' products or a product listing pictures, and then with the plan of updating them. But eventually, how often does eventually happen? It's you open yourself up to procrastination and things come up. You have to be focused on making sure your listing is good to go like as soon as it launches.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of work in the front end, but the benefits on the back end are well worth it.
All right. Thank you, William. And last one, someone just said, do verified reviews help with ranking? There's no way to tell 100%. Amazon doesn't say. I haven't noticed much of a difference with verified or non-verified. There's probably a small amount, but it's not a ton. So that's going to be it, guys. We will see you guys. Well, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Okay. I have one more thing. I'm sorry.
Yes. No, you're good. Go ahead.
I just thought of it. What I'll have people do, friends, family, whatever, if you have bad reviews and good reviews on your product, what I started doing is having people, like the same friends that gave me the initial reviews, I'll have them go on there, scroll down to the ratings, and all of the 1 stars or 2 stars or 3 stars, I'll have them hit no, this feedback wasn't helpful, and then all of the 5 stars, I'll have them hit yes, this feedback was helpful. So it kind of, like, I've already seen the difference. I just started doing it the other day.
Really?
Like,
so I just push it on the bottom.
All of the 1 stars went down to the bottom.
Got it. All right, guys. Well, there's your extra advice. If you guys want, William does have a YouTube channel. He has a couple of videos. I'm sure he's going to post more now. But he's the first link in the description. Go check him out, and I will see you guys tomorrow.